Hi, I'm Patrick Strawn, joined with Kyle McQuillan after the Flames were able to defeat the Mountaineers by a commanding score 24-3. Kyle, you guys were pretty dominant throughout this competition from start to finish, but give us your take on today's game.
I thought the guys played well. I think that it was just another step for us in the direction that we need to be heading. We've got some big games coming up here. We've got 3 ranked opponents as our next 3 opponents. So hopefully this will give us the motivation that we need to come in to these next few games here ready.
Yeah, and I know a couple things you guys really wanted to work on, really command the face-off, and Charles did an excellent job. Won each face-off competition against their stud in Coleman, and then also the transition game. So just talk about some of the other keys that you guys really were trying to focus on getting ready for Michigan State coming in here on Wednesday.
Yeah, one of the things we focused a lot more on practice this week was the transition game, and I think that was evident. I think the guys really kind of took to heart some of the things that were said and definitely implemented on the field. One thing we got to work on is still staying out of that penalty box. Spent way too much time in there and against some of these ranked opponents, and in a closer match, those are going to be pretty significant, so we got to make sure we correct that.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, you guys were in the box, and I know you were trying to correct that after especially your match against Georgia Tech, but you guys still did an excellent job when you were a man down, and a key reason for that was big money in net and Matt Nichols. He did a phenomenal job today.
Yeah, Matt, I think week to week continues to prove himself here. I think that he's definitely stepping into this role. Anytime you've got a true freshman goalie kind of come in and have to kind of take the reins, you have a little bit of question about whether or not he'll be ready. But Matt has done nothing but prove to us that he's our guy, and I think that he's continued to get better as the season's gone on.
And offensively, you guys look really great. Obviously, the usual guys came out, and Bernardo and Moore and Marakovic and Miller, they really stepped up, and Lombardozzi too, with getting multiple goals today. But you also had a lot of young guys really stepping up too. One key guy being the new number 2 and Sam Gregory.
Yeah, Sam's another guy that's come in for us that's made a pretty big impact as a freshman. A little bit unorthodox sometimes in the way he plays, but I can't argue too much with it because it's definitely effective. I think he was the one that got us our first goal and was kind of able to spark the offense, and I'm definitely excited not only for him for this season, but to have him here for the next 3 years is great for us.
You guys have one more test before you hit your big spring break trip with the Spartans coming in here to East Campus Fields. Just talk about that preview of that matchup as they are ranked ahead of you, and also before you guys head down to Florida for spring break to face teams like Texas State, Central Florida, and South Florida.
Yeah, Michigan State's a big game for us. I know we tried to get them on the schedule last year and weren't able to make that happen. So to be able to make sure they get down here and give us an opportunity to play. 2 years ago, we went up to Michigan and unfortunately weren't able to get a win, so feel like we'll get an opportunity to try to take that back this time. But Michigan State's they've always been a good team. They constantly and pretty consistently are a team that's at nationals every year. They travel very well, so these are the type of teams that we want to have on the schedule because they not only push us but give us a pretty good indication of where we were. We're definitely not the same team we were a couple weekends ago when we opened up our season, and hopefully that'll translate on the field on Wednesday.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. Wish you the best of luck coming up here this coming Wednesday.
Thanks. Appreciate it.